All right. So, not a lot of you know. Those that used to follow me a lot know this. But my past life is Natalie Wood. I found this out based off of her death date to my birth date. Also in a past life regression, I started to see areas of her murder. And her death date was November 29th of 1981. And I was born August 28th of 1982. I've been very drawn to the case over the years, but I never have truly read much about her case because I never wanted what was said to dictate how I do a reading for her. Although a few years ago, I was doing the reading on trafficking. Little did I know until tonight that I was reading that she was pimped out to Frank Sinatra at the age of 15, and also to a 42-year-old, which I can't remember the name of him at the time, but she was a little older, I think. Her mother made her become an actress, although she loved it when she was a child, but then as she grew older, she did not. She wanted to be a mom. She longed it, but she had a lot of fears. She feared a lot of things. And I use her as she because she's my past life. Yes, she's a part of my, my I am presence or my consciousness. But, I don't remember her as a life. I just remember bits and pieces that have come to me over time. But I wanted to do a little more into the investigation because they claim that Robert Wagner did it, and he did not. The fuddy-duddy he was a very narcissist, very much a narcissist, and very jealous of her career. But he didn't kill her. I think it has to do with the orange figure that's in the media. He has a connection to it. I know you guys know who I'm talking about. Anyway, she had a lot of defensiveness. She needed to be protected. But she was pushed out, pimped out at a young age, which makes sense, the child trafficking that I was reading on a few years ago. Also, the Jeffrey Epstein case came out a year after I did that reading. And I was talking about this spiral staircase that I seen and these star-like prints on the floor. And back behind there was like a whole wall of tapes that he used to keep politicians and celebrities in check because of the child pornography that was on them. He was a big boss, but I'm going to tell you something. The orange figure that we have that's got some indictments coming out is as nasty of a motherfucker as Epstein was. He just hides it well. And has money to hide it. I see myself bound. I see Natalie Woods bound like this, with her wrists bound in rope or something, and she's being drugged. And I guess apparently she had many, many bruises on the back of her body and the front of her body, even including her wrists. But she may have had water in her lungs. She may have drowned after the fact, but they murdered her. They took her to the water. They intoxicated her. They did everything to lead up to this. And I know that the night of her, they claim it was just Robert Wagner, the guy that was in the movie with her, and I can't think of his name right now, and I really apologize about that, and the boat guy, the one that was driving the boat. But she left that night and went to the land, went to dry land, and this all occurred there. Robert Wagner is not aware of this. Nobody is aware of this because Robert Wagner passed out. So did the other guy. Yes, her and Robert had a big fight that night, but that's why she left and went to land. She was intoxicated enough that she went to land, which makes no sense because she was so fearful of water. People can believe this. They don't have to believe this. This is just things that I see, but I know she was drugged in like a area of, there was trees and there was like this nice restaurant or something off by a dock. And I think that's where she was drugged, and she was bruised and battered, but she had told some people that she shouldn't have told, that she was going to start what is now called the Me Too movement. She was going to expose those that did wrong to her as a child actress and put her, you know, yes, that was a way for her to get movies, but it was a wrong way. She was 15 years old. Come on. I'm just saying, you know, I wish I could get more from the case. I do see that there was at least 3 men involved, and they were hired by the big boss. And I do not know what the sex trafficking Epstein case has to do with all of this, but I do know it's embedded somewhere into it and has to do with her death in some way. But anyway, I just want to get this posted, and I'll talk to you guys later.